My name is Hayden Vreeberg. I am the equipment manager for Anvil Builders, and I manage all the equipment for the company. We are heavy civil contractor, so deep excavations, all the wet utilities, sewer, water, gas, electrical. We also do a bunch of tree work, tree clearing, pole clearing, that kind of thing. And then we do fire cleanup.
My name is Matt Pabes. Pretty much head up most of the technological pursuits. It was very important to us that Tenna had been developed under a company that does the same work that we do. It was a bit of an eye-opener how not only how comprehensive it was, but how easy it was with the app to be able to capture everything out of a piece of equipment. We did include the custom inspections very early. It was a very conscious decision. So it was very attractive to have inspections related to vehicles, really specifically handled in Tenna. Clients always ask for things like DVIRs or other types of inspections all be included on one form. It's nice to have the ability to do those custom inspections where I would essentially take 2 or 3 individual inspections, combine them into one. And that's been really important for our high crew count projects. Keeps people honest. Very easily export a log that says these folks did their inspections, these folks did not. It's been really a culture change progressively that now it's a must do every day because we have the visibility to it.
We use the DVIRs, especially utility, right? We review those every morning. They do their safety meeting, and then by 7:30, the DVIRs are coming in, and then we go and we check all those and look for any deficiencies. It's pretty handy, I must say. Because a lot of it was, before Tenna, was all paper. So a lot of things could get messed, right?
Anvil's been a big believer in dash cams for a while now. The ability to recall video was a game changer. Now we get it very quickly. Whether it's a video on demand or a specific clip that was generated because of an incident. We are a part of an insurance collective with other contractors, and now that they just expect it. One particular case where I think we saved probably $100,000 to $150,000 claim on some damaged equipment near one of the airports around here. And that pays for a lot of cameras.
The driver-facing cameras have paid off for the utility side. Tenna has been good for us because the access is super fast. I would say Tenna definitely has sped up our workflow in the accessibility that you can go everything. Like the phone, this is huge, right? Because everybody has this on them all the time. You don't need to log into your computer and be able to see the work orders and past history of a particular machine. For a manager, this is huge. I can go right to my phone, I can find anything. And just for tracking, right? You can just, boom, I can go look for something if I want to know where it's at, and in 2 seconds I find it. It's been a great help to us.
What we've used Dispatch for specifically is some of our tree operations to see what's available rather than just blindly searching for equipment. Being able to hire multiple dispatchers, yard managers, have a consistent task list and output from those folks. That's probably the biggest value for us. Some of the big wins were around utilization. Once we really understood what utilization was tracking and the reports that are in Tenna, to be able to isolate, say, idling from PTO, we really could tell how productive people were. They may have a lot of hours on this machine, but the PTO is not very high.
We run utilization every month. We track all that for billing. We've sold some pieces because of lack of utilization.
So the more you know about a piece of equipment, you could get more value out of your equipment.
As far as Tenna goes, all the mechanics know pretty much where they're going for the next day. The work orders are pretty easy to set up. That's what impressed me. That saved us a lot of time. All the mechanics can see all the work orders that have been done on that one machine in one place.
The entire management of the fleet sees the same issue. It's not just lodged into one mechanic's head. One other thing we use a lot is the tags. When an executive asks, how many Cat 305s do we have right now that can be dispatched? How many of them are scheduled for service? You have almost all that data with a much higher degree of accuracy. Things like fire cleanup are very rapid scaling within like 48 hours to 72 hours. To have that knowledge from an executive, where you can either make a quick phone call or check on his app real quick. There's so much more data being pulled in Tenna. The value is in the comprehensive nature of the assets, have all the documentation for that piece of equipment actually attached to the asset. The mechanics especially really enjoy that part of it. They want quick access to the information.
You can find more things on the machine in one spot. You get some of these jobs where they want to see all the carb for the machines, and those are usually in 2 different systems. We can just go into Tenna and be like, hey, here's the engine family number. Tenna has helped us get additional information added to the platform, such as dimensions and weight of the machine. This helps the job if they have a tight access or weight restrictions, they can see that right there on the platform.
We had things siloed in different systems all over the place. The value and the power of Tenna is all of those aspects being centralized.
You don't have to go through like 3 different systems. We buy a ton of CAT equipment, and then we rent a ton of stuff from Sunbelt. We can get that API feed in. Oh, this should have been called off and it's still sitting on the job. That's been helpful.
So I looked at many items for the construction industry. Even the largest companies, customer support is fairly limited. And from what we could see from the beginning, support was never an issue. A Tenna knowledge base is very helpful to get through the day when you're, especially in your early days of implementing the product. The support network and the personnel from Tenna were always there. That part is also a breath of fresh air. Some of your competitors, which we used in the past, I'll get a different person who knew nothing about anything. We appreciate the fact that you know the industry so well that it really is people that solve these issues. And at Tenna, we've grown using your products, and everyone really knows me, knows the mechanic, our operations. It's amazing.
You guys are 100% better than the last one, by far.
Very easy at Tenna. Single source of truth.